Hi guys, welcome back. What I'm making for you tonight for my Christmas baking is it's a um, chocolate chip Christmas chocolate chip ice cream cake. So I got a box of Oreo um, crumbs, baking crumbs. Now, if you want to use chocolate cream filled sandwich cookies, it's the same thing, Oreo, and blend them yourself. You can. Um, you would need one package, 16 ounces. But this here is a little easier, so I'm going with this. I'm gonna make my life as easy as possible. So you're gonna get a big 9 by 13, about 2.5 inches deep, because we're gonna use all of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump my whole package into the pan. I had a bowl, I don't know where it's gone, and this here will be just easier for me. So I'm just gonna dump, I'll show you here. I'm just gonna dump the whole thing in my pan. I'm going to take a half a cup of butter. I'm going to melt it. I'm going to mix it with this, and we're going to make our base. So I will get the butter melted, and I will come back and go from there. So be right back. So I had it about, I did it for 30 seconds, and then I did it for another 10. So it's all melted. So just bring it down here. And I'm just going to pour that on here. And then I'm just going to mix it all around. I'm trying to get everything all nice and coated. It's a little easier than dirtying all kinds of pans. So, and as I can still see some light crumbs, so I know they're not coated. Because the more they're coated, the darker they become. So. And then I'm just gonna put it around. But I want to make sure it's all nice and I want everything covered with the butter. And this saves on doing a lot of dishes because it's all done in one pan. So you might have some chunks up there, break them up because it has butter in them. We want butter on all of our. You see how nice and dark it all is? Means everything is covered. So then we just spread it out. Once we get it spread out evenly, we're going to stick it in the freezer. Now your ice cream should be out of the freezer and given it time to thaw out because we're going to use 2 cups of it. Or sorry, 8 cups. And if it's if you had a 2-liter, then you would use the whole 2-liter. If you can only get what's mine, 1.66 liters. So I had to buy 2, so I'll use the full one and then a little bit of another one. So I got that all in the corners. I got to pat it down. I got it nice and even. And then, like I said, we're going to stick this in the freezer. And then we're going to come back and do the next step. It's a very simple recipe. And we'll be right back. So I'll give it about probably about 30 minutes in the freezer, just to be sure. So it's been out of the fridge, or I just took it out of the freezer, 30 minutes. It's hard. So now I am taking my ice cream and I'm going to get my spatula. Open. Still kind of not really soft enough, but it's gonna all come out. Even if I have to just leave it for a little bit. We'll get it. My kitchen's nice and warm, so I don't understand, but all right. I'll just get a what do I need here? So I'm just going to keep spreading this. As the more I move it around, it'll like it'll move because it's going back. So you want it nice and hard because where you have to move it around so much, but it's going to go back in the freezer. And I'll just keep working it. So I'm using the bowl, this one, and probably about another 2 cups of another one. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get it all spread out. And then we'll go for the next step. So I'll be right back. So this, this is what it looks like once you get it. Like I said, once you keep moving it around, it starts to loosen up. So I got it all evened out. And we're going to stick it back in the freezer for probably about another 20 minutes because we have another layer that has to go on this. So I want to put it back in for another 20 minutes to make sure it's nice and firm for our next layer. So I'll get that done and I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do now while my ice cream is firming up in the freezer, I got 1.5 cups of milk chocolate chips. I got 1 cup of icing sugar, confectioner sugar, whatever you call it. We call it icing sugar. So I'm going to put that in my bowl. I am also going to add 3/4 of a cup of evaporated milk. Open it. And do 3/4 of a cup. So let me get this going here. Okay, so I'm going to put you down. So I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup. Okay. Just 6 ounces. Okay. So I got 3/4 of a cup going in. And again, get the spatula. Get all that gooey goodness. Okay. So let me make sure I have everything. Chocolate chips, sugar, my milk, and 1/4 of a cup of butter. Now I'm going to bring this to a boil and I'm going to stir it frequently for about 3 to 5 minutes until it thickens. And then I'm going to let it cool at room temperature. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to put this on the stove, get it to a boil for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So I just took it off the stove, and as you can see, it's all, and I cooked it on medium low, because I didn't want to get in boiling too much, but there it is, look, very nice. And so I'm going to let this cool down to room temperature. And it only took probably about 10 minutes for it to melt, but everybody's stoves are different. So I'll let it just cool down a little bit to reach, like I said, to reach room temperature. And then we'll put it on our ice cream mixture. So I will be right back. All right, my beautiful people. Now that I got that done and my chocolate is at room temperature, we are going to pour this over the ice cream. And then we are going to, again, return it to the freezer because we want it to get a little hard. And then we got one more step to do and we're all done. And this is the best ice cream cake. It's better than Dairy Queen. It's better than best cake I've ever made and I've ever had compared to store-bought. Okay, so now that we have our middle layer done, I am going to return this to the freezer just for about 10, maybe 10 minutes, just to get the top hard. And then I will be right back. All right, so we're just getting to the end of it. I got a whole tub of Cool Whip. Thought I got the thing off it, and I didn't. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So I left, it's not frozen, the Cool Whip, it's thawed out. And we're going to use the whole thing. So we're just going to put down. If you want to do it swirly, if you want to do it just flat, it's up to you. There's no right way, no wrong way. If you get a chance to make this, oh, you'll never buy an ice cream cake. I'm making this now for birthdays and I'm trying to get everything I want to get done for you guys for Christmas. There's not much time left. So I might end up posting quite a bit during the week. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a couple weeks off, enjoy Christmas and the new year, and be back just to get some stuff done. You don't, I'm just swirling it around. Like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy. You make it what you want. You want to do it flat, do it flat. I'm just making it look like it's got like a little bit of peaks. But like I said, you do it however you feel. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. Okay. So that's that for that. Now I'm going to take some sprinkles. And I'm just going to add some sprinkles on it. Thought I had just red and green, but I don't, so that's fine. You just want to get every part of your ice cream cake on your There you go. And then you're going to take a little bit of some Smucker's chocolate. And we're just going to just drizzle. Again, doesn't have to be fancy. Just there. And there is, see, I'll pause it for a second. And there's your ice cream cake. So we're going to put this back in the freezer. And if before we serve it, you're going to take it out about 15 to 20 minutes or 10, 15 minutes. However, it depends on however warm your house is. And then just cut it up and enjoy it for Christmas. I hope you get to give it a try. If you do, please let me know. Like and share, comment. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. And I'm going to try and pump out as many videos as I can before Christmas because my last date is 21st or 22nd. So I'm going to try and get as much out as I can because I got still quite a bit to make. And this will be one down. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.